What's up, everybody? Renfail here. Hopefully you're doing well. It's time for me to drop my early thoughts video for RoboCop Rogue City, which I just started playing a few years after it launched, but it just hit the PS Plus network. So I'm playing it on the PS5 right now as a in-between game for the afternoon streams, which are sort of our cozy streams. And this is one of those ones that just kind of cropped up. I was interested in it when it came out, but I didn't have time to play it when it came out, and it just kind of faded away into the background. And then since it happened to be popping up and I have a subscription, I was like, well, I think I've got some spare time. We just wrapped up Death Stranding last night. I'm waiting for South of Midnight to drop. We're still playing Assassin's Creed Shadows in the morning, so it was the perfect time to try this out. If you've never watched one of my reviews before, the way I usually do things is a 3-part review process where I do an early thoughts video right after the first stream, which we just wrapped up a few minutes ago, and then I typically will do a second review around 20 to 25 hours, and then a final review when I complete the game. But this is a shorter game. I have been told that it is between 12 and 17 hours depending on if we do any side quests or just stick to the main storyline. So there will not be an interim initial review video for this one at around 20 hours. Instead, we're just going to do the early thoughts video, which we're going to do now, and then we're going to roll from here just into finishing the game, and then I'll have a final thoughts review on it when we are done. So first and foremost, the fact that they got Peter Weller to come back and do the voiceovers means that this is a very cinematically tied in video game, and it really feels like you're right in there in the thick of the 80s films, and it just has, there's a nostalgia factor here. It's definitely an on the rails shooter experience. I'm gonna go ahead and hop in the game really quick. It's first person. There is some,
can't really call it hiding if you send invitations to the whole city. I bet Rudy forgot about us.
At least I will not feel bad crashing his party.
Murphy, I was thinking about what happened to you at the TV station. Maybe you shouldn't...
No need for alarm. Becker's chip is keeping my circuits in check.
You're more than just circuits, Murphy. Underneath all that metal, there's still you.
Alex Murphy is gone. He lost his life.
I didn't know it was going to go into a cutscene, guys,
And
as I
despite
loaded
that
it back
burden,
in, so
you carry on.
it's all good. This is a great way for me to showcase
You've done more for this city
cut
dead than
scenes
anyone has alive.
with the voice
That
acting.
has to count for something. I'm gonna shut up now. Just take this little something to remind you of what I've just said. Open it the next time Becker gets under your skin. Also, don't forget you have a partner who's counting on you.
Alright, so from here we get into the actual gameplay, and this is a very standard run and gun game. There are some little things that you can scan as you run around in the environment, night vision, so on and
He's
so
the type
forth.
who likes to mix things up.
But
We shall have to see.
it's a very standard experience. You have your main gun that you use as you go through the mission levels, and then you have guns that you can pick up along the way and use. And I think the bulk of your customization is going to come from how you spend your points here. Now, I am not playing this game to be remotely challenged at all. I'm just here for the story and to have fun with this in between a couple of other releases. So I'm playing this just on the story difficulty, which means easy mode. So I'm not worried about all of these different things that you could do if you were playing on the harder difficulties. I don't feel the need to do any of the combat or armor things. Instead, I'm going all the way down the psychology line right now. So every time you level, you get points. And I'm putting points into the psychology, which is the speech line, the speech dialogue options, because it gives me more dialogue options when I'm talking to NPCs, which has led to some interesting turnarounds. The dialogue for this game has been pretty decent. The voice acting is a lot of fun, and I think that there's been sort of your 80s kind of slapstick humor here and there, while not being overly serious. The game doesn't take itself too seriously. And then from here, it's just your standard sort of run around and shoot things. It's an Unreal game. It looks beautiful. The default speed for like moving and aiming was really slow, and I cranked it up to the 50% marker, and it, you can customize it as you see fit. You do have a range of guns, but I believe the main gun you have is the Auto 9, which I have not been able to upgrade yet. I did get some parts, and I was told by the stream chat that at some point you get to the point in the story where you'll be able to actually customize your gun. So I'm looking forward to that. Most people who were in chat were saying that as you upgrade this gun, you get to the point where you don't even need to worry about picking up any of the other weapons, and I'm completely fine with that, especially since I'm just playing on easy mode. It is kind of occasionally fun to pick up other things and use them on the battlefield, but for the most part, it just looks and feels very good. I'm gonna go in here really quick. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show it really quick, because when you're in these investigation parts of the missions, you can't actually pull your weapon. So what I wanted to do is see if I could go in here.
We cannot go this way. We would need a warrant.
Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload, or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand.
Can't believe those stupid directives are still holding you back.
She just kicks
Go
the
ahead,
door
partner.
open. I was going to see if we can get to a combat section really quick.
Ooh,
It might not let me.
stench. Someone
I'm
missed
not trying to
potty
do
training.
any mission stuff really quick. These are the things you can grab along the way, like little
If
notes.
Sid is such a great performer, shouldn't there be a big line in here?
Regardless of his
That's a
vocal
good question.
abilities, I still want to see him sing.
I love how the HUD shakes as you walk. Gives you a very like Terminator type feel. What I was wanting to show,
Wait.
I don't want to get too far ahead,
I can hear something.
because I don't want it to accidentally save a waypoint for me. But the thing I wanted to show is one of the things I've really liked about the game so far is there's a very Matrix style explosiveness to the gunplay, in the sense that when you're shooting guns and you shoot the environment, it's like watching the Matrix, where like just huge chunks of like walls just explode off into smithereens. The gunfire sounds extremely realistic. The sound of the guns is very good. The enemy NPCs are a little annoying after you've heard them for the first couple of hours, because they do have a very sort of standard dialogue, and there's not a huge variety in them. I wouldn't call this a groundbreaking game in any way. It's definitely sort of an indie title. I don't know anything about the studio that put it out, but it feels like, a good solid AA game. It's been fun so far. Like I said, nothing to like, it's not breaking any boundaries. It's not doing anything that would make me go, oh my god, this is game of the year. But it is quite fun once you get used to the controls and adjust the turn speed and the aim speed to where you want it to be. It's very satisfying, very meaty gunplay. It's really cool to like you can do all sorts of things in combat, like blow guys' hands off, shoot their heads, they blows their heads up, but you can like shoot their hand and they'll like drop their gun and start holding their wrist and scream about, he shot my effing hand off, and it's just, there's lots of really cool like death animations. And of course, being able to blow up the walls and shoot out windows and stuff is really, really satisfactory. So the fun factor here is definitely cranked up to 11. And I'm enjoying what I've seen so far, and I'm really looking forward to playing through this as a quick little interim game between the major releases that are happening in 2025. So I'd love to hear your thoughts if you've played this game. Drop them down below, and if you want to watch me play, this is the afternoon streams for the next week or so. So we typically start every single morning at around 5 a.m. Central on YouTube and Twitch. Right now we're playing Assassin's Creed Shadows in the mornings, and then I come back around 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Central, somewhere in there, and we play for another 2 to 3 hours every afternoon. So about 6 hours in the morning, 2 to 3 hours in the afternoon, and this is the afternoon slot for the moment. If you can't make the live streams, don't worry about it. You can always watch the VODs, but otherwise we're live every single day on YouTube and Twitch, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.